sorry. What did we do with our scale?
We weighed things.
We weighed things. So we did measure something, Savannah. It's called, we measured the weight of something. So we would just say weighed something, you're right. But it's still a measurement because we're still figuring out the number of something. But you're right, we weighed something. When we put something heavy on this side, did it go up or down? Down, that's right. And that's how we could know, that's how we knew which one was heavier and which one's lighter. Do some scales have numbers?
Yeah.
Yes. Did our scale have numbers?
No.
No. But we're going to read a book right now about a little boy who had a 100-pound problem. And he actually needed to know the actual weight
A shark.
of what he was measuring or weighing. It was a bright sunny day, a no school day, a perfect day for fishing. And that's just what Walt was going to do. People were fishing on shore. They hadn't caught much, but that didn't bother Walt. He was going to the island, thanks to his cousin, Roger. Roger said Walt could borrow his boat. He didn't let just anybody use it. His dad had made it special. Walt put down his stuff. Right away, his dog Patch started nosing the lunch bag. It was those roast beef sandwiches. No, Patch, Walt said. Patch looked guilty. Walt turned the boat over. There was writing on it. This boat only holds 100 pounds. Uh-oh, Walt said to Patch. I bet I have more than 100 pounds. Walt knew he weighed about 65 pounds. The school nurse had told him. He knew Patch weighed 20 pounds. That's what the vet had said. That was 85 pounds right there, right? Because what's 65 plus 20?
85.
Yep, 85, that's right. Then there was all his stuff, his lunch, his fishing gear, his heavy backpack. What did all of that weigh? Too bad we don't have a scale, huh, Patch? Walt said. Then it came to him. He could make a scale. Walt found a plank from an old boat. He balanced it over a rock. It looked like a seesaw. Did that look sort of like our scale too?
No.
It balances in the middle and you can put something on this side and something on that side?
No.
Does that look like, kind of look like our scale we used?
No.
Really, does it or doesn't it?
It does.
Thank you, Addie. Yeah, it does look like our scale. Okay,
This it has the cups.
yeah, it's just a little different, but it sort of looks like our scale because it's a balancing scale. Okay, Patch, Walt said, you're going to help me. Walt pointed to his scale. Patch jumped on. Now I can find out what my stuff weighs compared to you, Walt explained. Gently, Walt put the backpack on the scale. The scale did not move. So if the scale didn't move, is his backpack more than 20 pounds or less than 20 pounds? Is it heavier or lighter than Patch? Lighter. So if it's lighter than Patch, is it heavier than 20 pounds or lighter than 20 pounds? Lighter than 20 pounds. So he knew that, right? Okay. Now I'll weigh the fishing gear, said Walt. The scale did not move. So the gear was lighter than Patch too. You know what? Walt said, I'm going to put all my stuff on the scale. He did. And Patch's end swung up. So he put everything. So what is everything heavier than Patch? Yeah. Now Walt knew that all three things were heavier than Patch. What if I take something away? Walt wondered. He told Patch to sit on the scale again. Then Walt took his lunch off. The scale balanced. If the scale balanced, how much does he know this weighs?
20 pounds.
20 pounds, that's right. He knows it weighs 20 pounds because it's balanced with Patch.
20 plus 20 is 40.
So, yep, so if he had Patch and this in a boat, it'd be 40 pounds, right? And him, would that be over 100 pounds?
No.
What if 85 plus 40? Do you guys think that would be over 100 pounds?
Yes.
Well, let's count by tens, okay? So we have 85. Then let's add 10 each time. 85 95, 105, 115, 125. Is it more than 100? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So would he be able to put all of this together inside the boat?
No.
Nope. So he's going to have to figure out a solution to his problem. Yes.
Maybe you can carry some things.
Good
If
idea.
that
Zachary.
dog was 15 and that kid was 15, it would be the same amount.
You're right. That's right. It would be the same amount for
Or you could take many
All right,
trips.
let's see what Walt does. For his first trip, Walt took his lunch in the fishing gear. As he pushed off, Patch looked at Walt with sad eyes. Sorry, boy, Walt said. If I take you too, we'll be over 100 pounds. You can go next time. The boat skimmed across the bay. Off to one side, a bird snapped a big fish right out of the water. I hope I'll be as lucky as that bird, Walt thought. It took Walt only a few minutes to row his gear and his lunchbox to the island and back to shore. Patch was waiting. Get in, boy, Walt said. Walt looked at his backpack. I'm not exactly sure how much the backpack weighs, he thought. I'll play it safe and make another trip. Patch loved the boat ride. Every time he saw another boat, he barked hello. One boat had a big dog in it. Patch got very excited. He barked and wagged his tail until the other dog barked back. When Walt reached the island, Patch jumped out of the boat and ran right to the lunch bag. He sniffed and it whined. No, Patch, Walt cried. It was the roast beef sandwiches. Patch loved roast beef. Uh-oh, Walt thought. I have to get my backpack, but I can't leave Patch alone here with my sandwiches. They'll be gone by the time I get back. So what do you think he should do?
Leave it.
You think he should leave it for his
No,
dog to eat?
No. Get the dog in the boat, then leave that. But what if the eagles get it?
Yeah, we just don't know, right? So what's the safest thing he
If
could
this
probably
was a
do?
tube-
Benny's.
He can put it in the boat. He can bring the snack and the dog in him.
He could, but remember he wasn't sure if it would be too heavy.
But he could eat his snack.
He could eat it and then he'd solve his problem. That's right. Charlotte, what do you think?
I think he can put the dog on one side and he can put his lunch on the other side.
Okay, so why do you think that, Charlotte?
Because they're both on different sides, so they can't get to each other's sides, and then he can't get the lunch.
Oh, I see. So you think it'd be good because then it could keep him away from the lunch. You guys have some great ideas about how to solve his problem. Do you want to see what Walt decided to do? I know, Walt said. The answer was easy. He could leave Patch on the island and take the lunch bag in the boat with him. I'll be back in no time, he told Patch.
Oh no.
When Walt got back from his third trip, Patch started jumping and barking. Are you glad to see me, or is it the sandwiches? Walt joked. He pulled to shore and took a deep breath. Now, he had everything just where he wanted. Guess what, Patch? Walt said. It's time to go fishing. Patch jumped in the boat. Walt rowed out and cast the line into the water. At last, he was doing what he'd set out to do. He was fishing. It felt great.
No, it didn't.
All of a sudden, there was a tug on Walt's line. A big tug. That meant a fish had the bait. A big fish. The pole bent like a bow, but Walt held on tight. The fish fought and fought. Patch barked and barked. Finally, Walt reeled the fish in. It was a big fish. A heavy fish. Oh no! How could the boat hold Walt and Patch and the fishing gear and the big heavy fish? Before Walt could decide what to do, splash! Patch had figured it out. So Patch left the boat. So how many pounds left the boat? Do you remember how much Patch weighed?
100.
20, right. Patch swam to the island. He shook himself dry, and then as Walt watched from the boat, Patch gave himself his own reward for being such a smart dog.
Aww.
Uh-oh. Walt didn't even mind. After all, he had a great day. He had caught a big fish, and he had solved the 100-pound problem. Could he have done it without Patch? No way. So yesterday we learned about 3 ways to measure things. We learned about pounds, tons, and what did we use to measure really light things? Do you guys remember what those are called?
Yeah.
Ounces. So let's say together, I want you to clap with me. Pounds, tons, ounces, or grams, like our friend Graham. So, if it's a ton, it's something really heavy. If it's pounds, it's like what you used to measure yourself. And if it's grams or ounces, it's something really, really light. So I need everyone to stand up. I'm going to say tons, ounces, or pounds, and I want you to act like something you think would be weighed in those things. So if I said a ton, what kind of thing might be weighed by a ton? Oh, that's right. What else could be weighed by a ton? Yes, Charlotte?
A big, heavy rock.
A big, heavy rock. I can see you're acting like a rock. Windsor?
How about a shark?
Ooh, a really big shark?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's little sharks and big sharks, right? Okay, what about a pound? What could be measured in a pound? Can you guys act out something that could be measured in a pound?
Table.
Oh, I see a frog. A table, that's right. Anyone else? A chicken?
And I'm a fly.
A fly? Okay. A fly is really, really light though, so it might not be measured in a pound. Okay, lastly, an ounce or a gram. What's something that could be measured in an ounce or a gram?
A graham cracker.
Yes, a graham cracker. That's right. Graham crackers are really light. What else? Does anyone else have any ideas? Charlotte. Okay, I need everyone to stand up and jump 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit down. Today we're going to learn how to measure something else. Have you guys ever seen something that looks like this?
My mom has a glass one of those.
Yeah. So, Vinny, it's okay. So, when we use something like this, no thank you. When we use something like this, we're not measuring how heavy something is. We're not measuring how long something is.
We're measuring how much it is.
We're measuring how, yes, that's right, Zachary. We're measuring how much it is. Graham, sit up.
Graham's not on the dot.
Vinny, let's not worry about Graham. But Graham, I do need you to come back to this circle. So, this is the kind of tool we use to measure something called volume. Can you clap out volume with me? Volume. Okay? Or capacity. Clap out capacity. Capacity. So when you fill this with water, I need you to stop talking. When you fill this with water, it has some numbers on it, and it tells you how much water is inside this measuring cup. Okay, could we use a ruler to figure out how much water is inside this cup? Could we use a scale to figure out how much water is inside this cup? If we did that, we'd just be measuring it in a different way. But if we want to measure the volume or how big the inside of this cup is, we need to use a measuring cup. Okay? So I have another little container. Which one do you think holds more? This one or this one?
The one on your right hand.
Yeah, so this has less volume and this has more volume. So if you wanted to go get a bunch of candy, would you want to use this scooper or this scooper? Because this would this give you more?
This starting girl.
Yes, that would give you more. Yes, Porter.
Can we see of the wall? Can we see if the sink can?
Yes, you know what, Porter? One of our centers today will be a water center. And you're just going to be with me, and we're going to practice pouring and looking and seeing how much things are, okay?
Mrs. Scott.